All right, last week we saw the Steam Early Access release of Fatekeeper. This is a brand new first-person RPG I've been keeping my eye on for a while. It's worth noting as well, this is like extreme early access. The current build of the game is really only the base introduction. You could almost consider it a demo. Literally, the version of the game that we're looking at is a couple of hours of the introduction of what will be about a 14-hour single player. So we're only getting the first couple hours here to experience, but I'm just hoping it's good. That said, though, they have seemingly priced the game accordingly. It's very cheap. Looks amazing. What's the catch here? It's a small game by a small studio. It's extra small right now. They have priced it accordingly, though. It's only $8, so I mean, yeah, the price is definitely going to go up. It's priced so aggressively low right now, I think, because they know if they priced it much higher, they'd probably get a lot of kickback for given how short the current content is. So yes, this will be the cheapest you can probably ever get it if you're interested in it. I'm not pitching. This isn't a sponsor. I'm not pitching it to you, but I'm just saying. So I've played through all of the currently available content, and while it is brief, I'm honestly super impressed with what they're building. This game seems very well made and like it could be fantastic when all is said and done. With almost 2 hours in game, what are your thoughts? It seems really well made. I mean, people will want to know what they're getting into if they decide to buy right now, because it is a very small amount of content. Everything that I've played has been awesome. Like, I actually can't wait until they have the full 1.0 version of the game, because this has been all great. All right, so for the rest of the video, I want to go through and just give you all the specifics and details, information about the game, and share with you my thoughts in the playthrough. Before we do, though, let's get a quick word from today's sponsor. All right, today's video is sponsored by Paramount Games for their upcoming title, The Last Ronin, a brand new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game that was just revealed at Summer Games Fest, and based off of the 2020 graphic novel that goes by the same name. Now, with the reveal, we got a brief cinematic trailer, getting some of the tone and visuals of the game, but really that's about all. We're kind of still here left wondering what exactly the game is going to be. We do know, however, that it's being developed by Platinum Games, well known for their high-octane, over-the-top presentation, action, and especially combat, which seems like the perfect fit for the type of brawler that I would want in a new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. I mean, if they literally just took the foundation of the combat and systems from the likes of Bayonetta, Nier, and Ninja Gaiden, but in the world of the Ninja Turtles, I mean, that sounds awesome. So yes, the trailer was brief, but it did give us a glimpse and a sense of the vibes that they're going for, which appear to be on the more serious, almost heavy metal side of things. Now, if you would like to learn more, you can visit thelastronin.com and register to receive updates for the game as they're released. Also, be sure to check out the full trailer for yourself. It's pretty cool. Thanks again to Paramount Games for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back into it. Okay, so now let's jump in and talk specifics about the game. So Fatekeeper is at the top level. This is an action combat RPG where you're going on this linear romp through a dark fantasy world. You begin the game in the middle of a hike through these like grandiose mountains with you and your companion searching for the town of Haven.
It is good to be home. I wonder what Tyrul has been up to.
He was set on getting that smithy running.
Okay, so that's my spirit guide, that rat dude. In the process of your search, you'll be exploring the surrounding space and gonna see and find all sorts of stuff to pick up, items and collectible resources. I'll be careful for that. We'll pick up some moss here, some rock flower. And right away, I gotta say, I was super impressed with the game's presentation. It just looks really, really good. Dude, this looks cool as shit, though. Look at this. I mean, this, dude, it just looks freaking awesome. I feel like I'm hiking freaking mountains on the way to Mordor or something, you know what I mean? It's just they've done a good job of creating a sense of scale here with how they built everything. It's quite nice. Upon arriving at the town of Haven, I was introduced to a few game systems. First, there's potion crafting. Okay, so potions for potions. Vial is to coat my weapons. Can I just... Oh, I need multiple things? Ah, you have to fill all three. That's really cool. So you take each of the things and you combine 3 of them and you can stack certain bonuses, or I can go double blue mushroom or triple blue mushroom if I wanted. I like this. I like this crafting system. I do. That's really cool. So I'm gonna get a bunch of mushrooms because mushrooms are the healing potions. You've got the overworld map, kind of like a chapter select from what I can tell. Ooh, what's this? Map table. Haven. I think Haven is where I'm supposed to be going. Then the ancient hallways. Before journeying on, you have to prove yourself. Find the portal room underneath Haven. Haven is the town that I'm in right now. I see. There's also just this cool looking dragon hanging out. I don't know what he does, but he just hung out there. It was just cool. It's a cool dragon. What the? Bro, look! Dragon? Bro! What's up? Man, he looks sick. So my first main objective after arriving at the town was to actually find and step through this portal that was hidden in the basement. At this point, it was time for the first combat encounter with a basic tutorial going over the fundamentals. These guys are creepy looking as shit. We got chains. Left, right. Oh, left, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I've got my block. Nice. Wow, combat feels good. That feels nice. Chunky combat? Yeah, bro, it feels good. Holy shit, can I pick up objects? Like, can I pick up the spear? That's kind of cool. Okay. So the tutorial ends, we head back to Haven, explore a little bit more, get some more loot before going into that world map. And here is where we set off into like the main part of the game. At least what is currently available. So from this point forward, the next couple hours has us venturing through an assortment of locations, all mostly linear levels, moving through hallways, caves, cliffside paths, and the like, with some slightly more spacious open areas in between. But this is very much a point A to point B sort of a game with one path for you to follow. Is it first person Souls-like? No, it's really, the game's modeled apparently after Dark Messiah. It's a pretty linear game. You're moving through corridors and halls. This is probably one of the most open areas we've ever come across, is this one like courtyard area. But most of it is hallways, paths, one, maybe two choices of your route in terms of how you go from point A to point B. So it's very much a linear campaign playthrough kind of a game. To the point where you actually regularly come across these points of no return. Oh, that's funny. It literally locks me off. I wonder if I might be able to telekinesis the lever. I don't think I can actually. I can't see it. All right. Yeah, no, it locks you off. So again, we just got asked if it's linear. That's about as linear as it gets. You progress to a point where you're not going back. So yeah, you're moving through these visually really appealing looking locations, a mix of these dark fantasy settings, and a bulk of what you're going to be doing in these areas is fighting enemies. This is a combat focused game. It's what you're going to be doing for like 90% of your playtime. So you've got a mix of different ranged and melee enemies, these goblin thingies, whatever they are, these demonic looking goblins, and you're going to take them on using light and heavy attacks. You've got magic, with there being 4 initial spells you start out with. You've also got defensive options with a block, parry, and dodge, which you will need to use a lot because combat in this game is extremely punishing, to put it simply. You die in just a few hits, requiring you to really pay attention to your spacing and just trying to not get hit. I want to kick people into those spikes, but I've just never really been in a good position to do it. Shit. Bro, this game doesn't screw around, holy crap. Yikes, dude. It literally only takes a couple of hits. With practice, I did improve, but I would still get my butt whipped if I lost focus just for a second. Like, if I was not completely locked into what the enemy was doing, again, a couple of hits and you're down. Oh, shit. Dude, I'm almost dead. These guys are kicking my ass. Holy shit. So overall, the combat is rather simple, but I gotta say, I think it feels great. I could tell this right away, even from the tutorial, the first couple of swings and blocks against enemies. It's got a nice heft and chunky feeling to the hits, and even the blocks feel good. Did you give your first thought on how combat feels? Feels quite good. Yeah, it's got very impactful. Got a nice oomph to it behind hits and everything. A lot of healing again. God, yeah, combat's great, bro. It just feels so good chunking someone like that. Also, another big part of the equation here is healing. It's very limited. So you make healing potions via the crafting system where you combine ingredients. The main thing is there's just not a lot of ingredients out there, even though I was thoroughly searching, to the point where you don't end up with a ton of healing potions. And even the stronger healing potions that I was able to craft, I've not found a single combo yet that would heal me a full health bar in a single swig. And outside of the healing pots, the only other time you ever recover health is when you level up. You level up, you get a full health bar, but beyond that, you're just relying on the healing potions. So the point being here is you really do need to try to not get hit. I really want to kick someone into those things, but I feel like I'm better just dodging and melee attacking, to be honest. Just as a general play style. Dodging uses less like blocking. Let me show you. This is a dodge. See how little that uses? And then I'll block. Let me block his next attack. Like, look how much more stamina the blocking takes. That's insane. Yeah, dude, I just need to, I'm literally playing Dark Souls again. Here we are. Once again, we just want to dodge and melee strike. Now, beyond fighting stuff, as you're moving through the game, there's some environmental interaction things going on. So you're gonna find levers to open locked doors. Oh, you know what I want to check? Maybe I can telekinesis this. What's that? Hey, look at that, dude. We're gaming. There are hidden rooms to discover. In fact, before I start chugging this, oh, what's that do? Oh, look at that. Side room here, nice. The occasional trap to keep an eye out for. Those look like pressure plates, bro. They were. Good shout out, Dennis. And also, there's parts of the environment that are destructible. This can work for you, but also against you if you're not careful. Even just that introduction narration. Holy okay, you can break platforms and potentially fall to your death. Okay, good to know. Other game systems include, there is loot in the game. You're gonna find stuff as you're going about, picking up loot with different stats for you to put on. Burning axe, excuse me. 25 damage, slash and fire. Why is this axe not on fire, by the way? 0 out of 10. I need a refund. It's gonna continue to check. Oh, what's that? Oh yeah, baby. How much is 5 health? How much is plus 5 health? How much health do I have? Oh, I only have 60 total. So plus 5 health is pretty sizable. There is a progression system. As mentioned, you're gonna level up. This lets you put a skill point in this pretty expansive looking skill tree. It's a skill tree for babies. That's only like 100 nodes. That's not even close to 1,000. Yeah, it looks very much like, you know, PoE, but a lot of games are using this kind of thing now. It actually reminds me now more of Enshrouded. Greatly increased telekinesis force. 1% effect for consumables and potions per consumable in inventory. Wait, what? Dude, that's fucking awesome. This is a really cool, kind of quirky, look at that. So you get 1% bonus effectiveness for your consumables per the number of consumables that you have in your inventory. That's actually awesome. And also, in terms of saving, there is no quick saving in the game. Rather, you've got this campfire that you have to find and then manually interact with to do a save. Now, there are some auto saves, but they seem pretty few and far between. It really seems like the manual saves are what you're gonna have to rely on. All right, here we go. Campfire, save. So all of that is like the basics of the game. And essentially, once more, what you're doing is you're starting out at the beginning, you're moving through these mostly linear paths, fighting enemies, collecting resources and crafting consumables, solving the occasional puzzle, picking up weapons, armor, and accessories, and then making your way from one area to the next. You'll have a path, an openish area, another path, an openish area. There will be stops in between where you can't go back, and you're just constantly moving forward with some story beats in between, and then also the occasional boss fight. Now, in the current build, it actually ends with one fight against this large ogre thing, and it was just brutal. Like, let me tell you, this fight was very tough. Okay, we got a bunch of minions, and I'm already dead. Okay. Already dead? Already. The fuck, dude, I'm not gonna waste any. I'm just gonna get a feel here real quick. Okay, all right, and then we'll have another go. Alrighty. Jesus Christ, dude. Just like... I guess I haven't dodged a single one. Chug a buff potion. Okay. We'll work on it. I've heard this is rough. I've heard this fight is quite rough. My first 2 goes have showcased as much. I spent about an hour attempting it, and I eventually got the hang of it, but man, even when I was able to get to the point of defeating the boss, it still felt like a real big challenge. I actually even wonder if some of the hitboxes here aren't that great, but whatever the answer is, it was punishing and very difficult. I had a hard time, but it was fun. It felt good to progress through that fight. It definitely wasn't a cakewalk, though, I'll tell you that much. So those are all the basics about the game. Now let's move on to what I've enjoyed so far and some points of feedback as well. Top of the list for likes are, for beginners, the visuals. They're just honestly insane. These graphics are so good. It looks incredible. Look at this, though. This is what I'm talking about. When I talk about I like the vibes and the look at, like, look how sick this looks. Looks awesome, dude. And then beyond looking pretty, I just in general like the design, the character design, the environmental design, the whole presentation. It visually looks nice, but it's also just with the art direction, everything about this game looks great. Damn, dude. Holy shit, this looks great. The game has really good set pieces. Like, it's visually quite impressive. Combat also, like I mentioned, feels really satisfying. It's nice and chunky. It's got archer. So can I just do this? I hit him. I think I hit him, or is it break in midair? I actually don't really know. Go in real quick so I don't get hit with that shit. Even though the current build is small at a couple of hours runtime, what's here is super polished. I think there was like one what I would classify as a bug, and that was it. But everything like, ran well, super polished, looks great, plays great, really impressive. Damn, dude, these 13 people made this thing. It just seems very well polished thus far. There's also a lot of fun animations in here, and particularly these goblins' underhand throws. He kicked it with his face. You see that shit? That was cool. Did you see him fucking Pele that shit to me? I want to see that again, actually. Hold up. Oh, never mind. He hucked it under his foot. Well, that's equally funny, to be honest with you. And I think some of the systems that we've seen thus far are cool, like the potion crafting system. I think it's well done. So every item that you see, they've got the effect that it does when used to craft a potion on that top line. And the bottom line is the effect that it does when used to craft a vial, which is you coat your weapon in the vial and it adds that effect for some duration. So I can make this potion right here that does 10 health, adds 5% physical damage resistance for 15 seconds, and heals 2 mana. Or the vial version heals for 5, -5 physical resist. I'm assuming that's on enemies that you strike, and then restores 2 mana on hit. It's pretty cool. It's a cool system. I like it. It's just super intuitive, you know? You just take the ingredients and you combine 3 of every of them, however, whatever combinations you want. Just literally whatever combinations you want. Also, in the few hours that I played, I laughed out loud on several occasions. For one, the game's use of ragdoll was making me laugh all throughout. I also laughed a fair bit at the dialogue, not at things that I think were intentionally funny, but were funny to me.
The pain. It felt like my body was being torn apart.
This is a little cringy, but it's okay. Nearly killed myself a couple of times. Maybe I will use that bomb now that I'm going for sure. Shit! Come on, dude. Yeah, come on. I thought he was gonna pull it out and then I would get like a trajectory to throw it, dude. Combat in general can be a hoot with how ridiculous it is, too. I don't know. Got a home run with his head there. Okay, come this way, everybody. Oh, and yes, the game has a lot of Sparta kicking goblins off of cliffs, which is 10 out of 10. I mean, they set you up for this, bro. I'm so sorry about that. But the developers, they wanted you to fall off this cliff. This is pretty fucking amazing, though, yeah? As for some of my early feedback, for starters, the game definitely needs more settings, options, especially for motion sickness related stuff. First thing I immediately noticed on jumping on this game was like, what the FOV? What the FOV are we looking at here? Unfortunately, there was nothing in the settings, unless I was blind, which is possible. It's happened, but I do not recall seeing anything in the settings for FOV. There's actually literally nothing under accessibility. Usually like head bob and FOV, and maybe motion blur and some other stuff will be in there, but nothing at the moment. There was a couple of frame drops in there. I eventually flipped on DLSS and it was smooth as butter and still looked great. But when I was running at max graphics, I did notice a little bit of frame hitching. It wasn't terrible, but I wanted it as smooth as possible, and DLSS did that for me. I think we're getting a couple of performance issues here, just a little bit. I am maxed out on graphics though, so. And I don't think they've got any DLSS that I saw. Oh wait, they do have. I could try just running it. I was running natively. I mean, it wasn't bad, but as mentioned, there are some bugs. There was no sound in one particular location. I literally get motion sickness. Hey, what's up? Oh. That needs some sounds. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think we need some sounds here. And yeah, probably one of my biggest kind of gameplay related points of feedback would be the healing system. I wish I could I wish there was something besides potions that healed you. I wish resting at a campfire, I know, well, Okay, leveling heals you, but I wish there was something environmentally, like you could sip from a fountain or something, you know? Anything. I wish there was some sort of stuff in the environment that you could go heal from, besides having to chug potions or just hope you level up. Everyone said healing in this game is bad. Yeah, they could just one more layer would be great. I'm fine with having healing potions be a thing that you have got to figure out. I think probably healing at the campfire would be the best solution, just off the top of my head. Yeah, right. Potions should be for combat and then some sort of other element to heal out of combat, precisely. So yeah, we got a super early look at this game. It's practically a paid demo, but I think for the price that they're asking at $8, and with how good the quality is, it's a very small gameplay experience right now. About 3 hours is when I wrapped up, but it all is so good. Those were a really good 3 hours, and their grand vision for this game is a 14-hour single-player combat RPG campaign. When they reach that, assuming they reach that, like, dude, it's awesome. It's already awesome, the little bite-sized piece we have so far, so I'm excited to see where they go from here. As for whether you should pick it up at this point, I mean, obviously, totally up to you. Yeah, it's going to be a while till it's done, Retox, Detox, but it seems really good. It's just like, do you want to wait to see when it's finished and then pay what will be probably $40, I'm guessing? It could be anywhere between 30 and 50. That would be my guess. Or do you want to buy it right now for $8? It just depends on how much you want to save that money or not, or how much you want to wait until you know it's a sure bet and buy it later down the road. That's probably the equation for people. But for less than a price of a fucking McDonald's hamburger, I don't know. For me, I'm like, whatever. Like, oh yeah, yes. If it gets finished, to be fair. Yeah, but also, I mean, honestly, $8 is less than I pay to go for a movie. Whatever. Everyone's got their own financial decisions to make, though. I'm not going to tell anyone how they should or need to spend their money, obviously. I'm just talking through my own personal thought process. All right, well, that pretty much does it for our early look at Fatekeeper. Again, really, really pleasantly surprised to the point where I decided to make this video. You know, that's the other thing. This comes up very often, and I might even make it its own separate video at some point, but I get a lot of questions as to why I'm so regularly positive about the games that I make videos about, and the main reason is I only tend to want to make videos about games that I'm generally positive about. I play a lot more games than I make videos about here on YouTube. I'm constantly playing different new games that come out, and a lot of them, if I just don't like them at all, if they don't click with me, if they don't resonate with me, I'm not going to make a video about it. Now, the main exception to that is I'll make videos about games that I was hopeful for, that are in genres that I tend to really enjoy, and that disappoint me for one reason or another. I will make negative videos about games in those instances, but if there's just shit that I'm not really interested in flat out, I just won't talk about it. There's enough games like this here that I genuinely like and want to make videos about, talking about why I like them. So, but that's probably its own entirely separate video, so that's enough for that for today. But yes, very early days. The game is still very small. Not everyone is going to be happy with a 3-hour runtime, but for $8 and what is here being so polished, I really liked it. So I'm looking forward to seeing the future, and I hope they deliver. That's all for today. Thanks as always for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Take it easy.